Okay, good evening, everyone. So we will begin the session. Let me share my screen. Right, hope my voice is clear as well as you can see the screen. Well, we have been discussing the employment income, which is the first income source as per the new IR Act, right? So we stopped at the value of benefits specified by the Commissioner General of Inland Revenue. We call it as we call him as CGIR. And let me take up the homework. Okay, so I ask you to find this cutoff monthly remuneration. What is it? If I take remuneration, what is it? Is it gross salary or net salary, or what is it? Can I have few answers? Now, under the value of benefits for the motor vehicle, I mean, the facilities given to employees as transport facilities, one criterion is monthly remuneration. Then I ask you to find what is this remuneration? Is it gross, I mean, inclusive of all earnings, or is it net? Can I have you? Can I have few answers? Yeah, it is gross. Hilma's answer is correct. It is gross. Okay, gross in the sense inclusive of all earnings, all benefits. Okay, here the criterion is inclusive of all benefits to the employee. Okay, and I have received another question. Yes, 17576, your answer is correct because you have referred to the relevant section of the Act. Yes, gross remuneration should be taken. That is good. It seems that you have searched from the IR Act and you have asked from the tax professionals and persons who are practicing taxes. Okay, that is good. That is the way of learning, right? You are university students, therefore you should be able to search the knowledge. Okay, we are here to give you a guidance or facilitate the active learning. So that is your responsibility to search new things and other relevant information relevant to the subject area. Okay, okay, Roshan, Hilma, and this is Martin. Your answers are correct. Okay, right. So let's go to the value of benefits. Value is specified by the Commissioner General of Inland Revenue, that is CGIR. The second one is value of benefits to an employee from the private use, fully or partly, any motorcycle. Okay, nowadays it is a trend of providing the motorcycle to basically the front level employees. I mean clerical level employees. ගොඩාක් ඔය motor bicycles දෙනවා. Right? So if a particular employee is given a motorcycle with fuel, the value of the benefit that is decided by CGIR is rupees 5,000 per month. Okay, if it is with fuel. And if it is without fuel, it is a bit less amount, that is 3,000 per month. Okay. Now the problem is lamai. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, the challenge here is you have a lot of criteria and data to remember. Okay, now this is motorcycle benefit. So with fuel 5,000, without fuel 3,000 per month. And last year, I was able to negotiate this with the coordinator, that is Deshanta sir. He will join us soon. Okay, last year I negotiated with him, and in the paper I in the sense we gave these tables because we don't want you to buy hard these things. Okay, what we expect as practitioners, as graduates, whenever you want to know something, you should be able to refer the relevant section, isn't it? Otherwise, you will remember all these things. Okay, when you go to the bed, you will remember if an employee is given a motorcycle with fuel, the value of benefit per month is 5,000. Okay, when you wake up following day, you will you will be whispering like if it is without fuel, that is 3,000. Right? We don't want you to do like that. Therefore, last year we gave you the tables. Then what we expect from you to apply the relevant data and get the relevant answer. Do you expect this time also a same treatment? No, this is not an open book examination because in the university we don't have that kind of mechanism. Okay. This is not an open book exam. This is a closed book exam. And if you expect such or same kind of methodology, please let us know. Okay, seems that you don't like, we will by heart all these things, sir. We are like machines or computers, therefore don't give any information. So we are clever students. Is that your opinion? Okay. Okay, three have sent us the message that it is better to give such information. So for these three students, we will give information. For other students, you have to by heart. Okay. Because only few are responding. Now it is working. Yes, it is valuable for us. Valuable nanne, lazy. Valuable mukadda. Okay. I know that even if you are provided with the answers, you will say it is very valuable. Okay. Right. Anyway, so Udeshanda sir is there. I think Uday sir.
Okay.
Sir, last year we gave this kind of information with the paper. This time also we can think of giving such data because we want the application, isn't it, sir?
Things like capital allowances rates.
Yes, capital allowances rates.
Yeah, we will provide those things with the paper.
Okay. So now the course coordinator Deshanda sir, seconded it or approved it. So you are very happy today. So you can celebrate, right? Okay. Okay, now we have the provision to reverse that decision at any time. Okay, if you don't behave well, if you don't participate with the lecture actively, if your attendance level is very less, we have the provision to reverse that decision. Okay, keep in mind. So you have to engage with the lecture in an active way, right? Okay, so let's quickly finish this off. The value of benefit decided by the CGIR for a motorcycle given to an employee, right? With fuel, it is 5,000 per month, and without fuel, it is 3,000 per month. And it is per month, remember, otherwise when you get into the paper or the question, you can remember the figure 5,000, but you don't know whether it is per month or per year. Okay, so when you read this carefully, look at the criteria, right? So we'll go to the other slide. Value of benefits, value is specified by CGIR. Still we are in the same topic. Okay, same topic. Value of benefits to an employee from the private use of any motor vehicles or motorbikes for field works. Now the important word here is earlier for office work and the private works, right? It does not include the field work, but this is field work. Field work, right? Therefore, the important or the key phrase in this benefit is for field work, right? Now, non-cash benefit, it is a non-cash benefit where accurate usage is maintained by the employer, right? Accurate usage, kilometers කීයක් දිව්වද කියලා accurately maintain කරන්න. By who? The employer. Okay, if the employee has maintained the record, though it is accurate, we can't take that, right? The records, I mean the usage records have to be maintained by the employer, right? If the employer has maintained the usage records correctly or accurately for motor vehicles, rupees 25 per kilogram, sorry, 25 per kilometer. Okay, and keep in mind another one is for the private use. The field work එකට දෙන motorcycle හෝ motor vehicles ටිකක් private use එකටයි office use එකටයි දෙකටම පාවිච්චි කරනවා. ඕක වළක්වන්න බෑ. ගෙදර ගේන්න දුන්නාම අපි කොහොමද බලන්නේ පස්සෙන් යන්නේ ඔය motor vehicle එකෙන් office එනවා විතරද කියලා බලන්න. හරි. කඩේට යනවා, බඩු ගන්නවා, ඔවත් කරනවා. right? බැංක් එකට යනවා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා private use එක තියෙනවා. The field work එකට දීලා තියෙන motor vehicles, the motor vehicles given to the field work, right, are usually used for the private purposes as well. Now the usage of the private purposes will be taxed. Okay, now usage of the official purposes, that is for the field visit, will not be taxed, but the usage of the private purposes will be taxed. How? If it is a motor vehicle, 25 per kilometer. If private use එකට ගත්ත ටික විතරයි tax වෙන්නේ. Official use එක tax වෙන්නේ නැහැ. It is part and parcel to his job, right? And if it is a motorbike, usually field works like insurance workers and sales agents, right, they go in bikes. So if they have used the motorbike bike for the private use, the value of benefit is rupees 5 per kilometer. Okay, Lakshit is asking if accurate records are not maintained by the employer, what will be the consequence or implication to the taxation? Okay. Now, if the accurate rates are records are maintained by the employer, they say, if I am incorrect, if I am wrong, please correct me. If accurate records are maintained by the employer, the private use will only be taxed. But if accurate records are not maintained by the employer, the total usage will be taxed. Is that Udesa?
Yes, that is the correct way.
Yeah. එතකොට ඒක taxpayer ට අවාසි. Anyway, that is a good question, right? So keep in mind, Lamai, if no accurate records are maintained by the employer, right, total usage will be taxed. But if accurate records are maintained by the employer, only to the extent of the private use will be taxed on these rates.
Sandarwan sir.
Yes, sir.
අපේ මේ last day අපි කිව්වේ අර benefits කියනකොට එතන කිලෝමීටර්ස් ගාන ස්පෙસિෆයි වුණේ නැහැනේ.
ඔව් සර් මේක field work.
ඒක එහෙම උන්නේ මේ accurate records නැති නිසා. ඒ කියන්නේ මාසෙකට කීයද driver එක දෙනවද එහෙම කියලා බලනකොට accurate records නැහැනේ private ඒවා.
ඔව්. අනිත් එක සර් මේක field work වලට නේ සර්.
දැන් මෙතන accurate තියෙන හින්දා employee tax කරන්නේ ඇත්තට මෙයා පාවිච්චි කරපු ගානට විතරයි. විතරයි පාවිච්චි මේකට එතකොට ළමයි දැන් our students they are going training, some of them might know vehicle running charts කියලා document එක තමයි මේක තියෙන්නේ companies වල vehicle හැම vehicle එකකටම පොතක් තියෙනවා ඒ පොතෙන් තමයි මේක ගන්න තව ඉතින් මේ coding කරලා එහෙම information system එකට දාපුවාම මේක easily ගන්න පුළුවන් හරි ඔයා කියපේ හරිය
right okay I think that is clear. And you know, field work definition for the field work is not given as I remember in the IR Act, but field work is usually defined. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඔය දැන් field එකේ වැඩ කරන කට්ටියනේ ඒක job description එකේ තියෙනවනේ field එකට ගිහින් වැඩ කරන්න ඕනේ කියන එක. ඒ යටතේ අපිට interpret කරන්න පුළුවන්. හැම දෙයක්ම prescribe කරලා නැහැ. It is not like rule based. So there are some, I mean, we need some professional judgments to decide whether it is a field work or office work. Okay, so we'll go to the other one. Value of benefits, still we are in the same topic. Employer incurs or reimburses any expenses in respect of fuel or maintenance of any motor vehicle or motorbike owned by the employee. Now, so far we were talking about the vehicle that was given to the employee by the employer or the company. Okay, therefore the vehicle are belong to the company or the organization. This time, the vehicle is owned to the employee, but the employer incurs or reimburses the expenses related to that motor vehicle. Okay, owned by the employee. Right. So please remember earlier cases were relating to the company-owned vehicles, but this time the employee-owned vehicles. Okay. It could be a motor vehicle or motorbike. The value of the benefit is the actual expense reimbursed or the incurred by the employer. I mean incurred by the employee, right? Actual expense reimbursed by the employer. When only do this reimburse karanne employer ne. එමෙතන reimburse කරගත්ත anyway actual expense කියලා මතක තියාගන්න තමයි. වඩා වැඩි වෙන්න බෑ. For example, I own a motor vehicle, so I have spent 40,000 or 20,000 for the fuel, another 10,000 for the maintenance for the year. So that is the actual expense I incurred. Okay, for the year of assessment, 20,000 plus 10,000, 30,000. Okay. Now, if that 30,000 is reimbursed by the employer to me, so it is a non-cash benefit to me. So it will be taxed under the employment income. Okay, that is clear.
Sandharwan sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll ask the students to get this word rectified. Employer.
Yes, employer. Yeah, it should be employer. Okay, employer, no, employer. Okay, right. Udda Kumbara. Okay, I am reading the last name, therefore I might do mistakes. Okay. Now the question is asked: if company provides 2 vehicles to employees, are these benefit applicable for both vehicles? Lamai මේක taxation පැත්තෙන් හිතන්න, government revenue. හරිද? ඒතර vehicles දෙකක් දෙනවා කියන employee ගේ benefit එක වැඩි. Right? So both benefit will be taxed. Look at the tax authority's point of view. Okay, always tax authority is trying to collect the taxes. Okay, then make a benefit කිව්වට මේක employee ගේ පැත්තෙන් benefit එකක් නෙමෙයි, employee ට ලැබිච්ච benefit එකක්, earnings කියන කෝණයෙන් තමයි ගන්න ඕනේ. එනිසා employee ට benefit කියන්නේ it will be taxed. Okay, therefore if an employee provided 2 vehicles, both benefit will be taxed. Clear? Think about the tax authorities or the government's point of view. Right. Okay. Then we come to the other value of other benefits. Okay. So we discussed the motor vehicle and motorbike benefits, right? Under different situations. Now we come to other benefits, right? The first one is provision of hostel facilities for expatriates. Now, expatriates are basically foreigners who are working in Sri Lanka for the company located in Sri Lanka. ඒකේ foreigners ලා ඇවිල්ලා අපි තුමු BOI company එකක foreigners ලා ඇවිල්ලා වැඩ කරනවා. Right? Expatriates කියන්නේ ඒ කට්ටිය. විදේශිකයන් ලංකාවේ company එකක වැඩ කරනවා. Right? So provision of hostel facilities for expatriates, not for locals. Therefore, this is important. Okay. Now they are foreigners, so we should give some concession to them. Therefore, the total, I mean the 100% of the cost, they are foreigners, they are so not locals. Therefore, 100% of the cost will be taxed. Value of benefits කියන්නේ, value of benefit, 100% of the cost will be taxed. Okay, it might discourage working of such foreigners here, but anyway, as per the IR Act, the cost of the hostel, hostel cost will be taxed fully. හරි, ඒතර යා resident කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, මතකනේ 183 days වලට වඩා වැඩි නම් යා resident කෙනෙක්. එතකොට එයාගේ income එකට 100% cost එක එනවා. Right? Non resident කෙනෙක් වුණත් ලංකාවේ income එක එනවනේ. Income from Sri Lanka will be counted. Okay? It seems like now this is a law lamai, this is an act. Therefore, there may be like loopholes or unclear areas, grey areas in the act. ඕනම act එකක තියෙනවා interpretations. Then constitution එකේ තියෙනවා 1978 constitution also has some grey area. That is why in last couple of years, see how many times people went to the Supreme Court to get the interpretations, right? Executive president ගේ time එක 6 years to 5 years බලන්න ගියානේ. So even the constitution has such grey areas. Okay, therefore this is also an act or the law in Sri Lanka passed in the parliament. Therefore there may be grey areas. The මේකේ තියෙන විදිහට locals ලට hostel facilities will not be taxed. නිකම් අපිට හිතෙනවා imply වෙනවා. Okay, ඒ වගේව තියෙනවා මම ඒකට තමයි professional judgment එකක් ඕනේ වෙන්නේ. Right? Professional judgment එකක් ඕනේ වෙන්නේ. ඒකට නැත්තම් professional කෙනෙක් ඕනේ නැහැනේ. Right? Okay. I have got a question. 100% of cost. What comprises the cost? Usually hostel facilities, you have to take the market value. Then ඔයාලගේ campus එක ළඟ තියෙන hostel facilities වල market rate එක තියෙන ඒ වගේ free of charge දෙනවා නම් ඒ employee ට, it is a benefit to the employee. Okay, usually we take the market rate, and always I tell you to look at the government side. Okay, if it is a lesser amount, it is disadvantageous to the government. Therefore, always government tries to, get the market value, fair value, right? Okay, and the incurred cost, right? Loans on concessionary rates. Loans on concessionary rates. Now, some employees are provided the staff loans at a concessionary rate. Okay. Now assume that nowadays the loan rate is like 9 to 11% because it has been reduced by the central bank after the president annoying the central bank officials. Overnight they took decisions. Okay. Now the interest rate is 9 to 11%. Okay. So let's take that. Now the market rate is currently it is 9 to 11%, some around 9 to 11, right? But you can't take the market value because CGIR annually specifies the market rate. Okay, actually I have got a question. So benefit in the sense means non-taxable, isn't it? No, lamai, don't get confused. Benefit කියන්නේ employee හම්බෙන benefit that is given to the employee. So from the point of view of employee, that is a benefit. Okay, we should look at the government side, right? So government is going to tax these benefits. Okay, if you take the salaries is also the main benefit of the employee. Okay, එතකොට ඒක benefit එකක් නම් ඒක tax වෙන්නේ නැහැනේ. මේ වචනෙන් පටලවා ගන්න එපා ළමයි. benefit කියන්නේ මේ tax benefit එකක් නෙමෙයි. It is not a tax benefit. This is the benefit given to the employee by the employer. Okay, so that will be taxed. The amount that is taxed are given by the CGIR. That is the case. Okay, these are not tax benefits. Don't get confused. Okay, so we are talking about the loans and loans given on concessionary rates to the employees. Now in this case, Lamai, you can't take the market rate. Okay, so say for example, the market rate is assumed that we have 10% currently. You can't take 10% because CGIR annually specifies the rate to be taken here. Okay. Now, let me write it here. Assume that an employee was given a loan at a 4% interest rate. Okay, the employee has been given a loan at 4% concessional rate. Okay, though the market rate currently say 12% or 11%, you can't take that market rate. Okay, you have to take the rate is specified by the CGIR. Now example for 2018-19 previous year, actually I could not get this year rate. I will let you know by next day, right? This is last year. CGIR specified the market rate as 9.08. Okay, this year I could not find it. I will let you know by next day. Let's take 9%. Now market rate is 9%, the concession rate is 4%. Okay, you take the difference between these two is 5%. Okay, and out of the difference you take 50% of this, that is 2.5. Therefore, if you read the value of benefit, 50% of difference between the concessional rate and the market rate is specified annually by who? CGIR. Therefore, if you take the market rate, it is wrong because you have to take the market rate is specified by the CGIR. Okay, then you take the difference. Out of the difference you take 50%, right? Apply that into the loan amount. That is the benefit, value of benefit. එක loan amount එකට apply කරන්න ඔයාට ඒ benefit එක එනවා. ඒතර total benefit එක නෙමෙයි ගත්තේ. ඒකෙන් 50% නේ. Total benefit එක in this case 5% නේ. But for the purpose of taxation, it has taken only 50%. You apply that 50% rate to the loan granted, then you get the value benefit. Okay. Okay, Vijayan is asking the question: if the foreigner lives in the hostel several years, is the market value of the hostel is taxable several times for each year? Several year වුණොත් ඉතින් ළමයි year of assessment කීපයකට නැති වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒ year එකේ particular year of assessment එකේ benefit එකයි ගන්නවා. ඒ foreigner ට ඒ particular year එකේ year of assessment එකේ ලැබිච්ච benefit එක. හරි. hostel facility සමහරට rent කරලා දෙනවා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ rent එක hostel එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. hostel සමහර ඒවා දැන් university එකේ තියෙන්නේ. ඒවා private hostels වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ඒ year එකේ හිටපු කාලයට තමයි එන්නේ. huge amount කියන එක නම් මට එච්චර කියන එක තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. ළමයි always we take the year of assessment. So during the year of assessment, how much is the total cost incurred for the hostels for expatriates? That is the benefit of them. Okay, hope you understand. Okay, provision of servants. ඔන්න ගේකුත් දීලා servant කෙනෙකුත් දෙනවා. අතු ගන්න, උයන්න. ඔය සමහර ටිකක් ඈත පළාත් වලට එහෙම ගියම දෙනවා. Right? So the value of the benefit is 100% of the cost incurred for the servant. Servant ගේ monthly salary එක 20,000 කියලා හිතමු. Right? 20,000 into 12 months. Assuming that servant worked for the entire year of assessment. Therefore 20,000 into 12 months, that is the value of benefit to the employee. Okay. Yeah. So Lakshit is suggesting us to do some activities. ඔයාලා ඉතින් ලක්ෂ ළමයින ළම අපි activities කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. ඔයාලට activities තනියම කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Okay. No, we are doing activities ළමයි. Right? Next day, combining all these concepts, right? We will do some comprehensive activities. Right? But ළමයි, we can't get into such activities. The thing is, these are interlinked, interrelated. Okay, therefore we should discuss to certain extent to do few activities. Otherwise, as they are linked, interrelated, we can't do part by part. Okay, now next day we are planning to have some activities. So you are expected to look at the things that you learn, especially the employment income, because the first one is general one, introductory session, right? Employment income knowledge is required for the next day calculations and activities. Therefore, please look at the employment income lesson before you come to the next day. Okay, we are planning to have such activities next day. Okay, then ඉතින් ඔය memory එකට ඔය ටික දාගන්න. Okay, provision of electricity and gas. Then hostel උත් දීලා servant උත් දීලා electricity gas උත් දෙනවා. I think the actual cost, I mean 100% of the cost. Okay, provided that you should be able to prove that නැත්තම් වා assessment එකක් එහෙම આવොත් එහෙම අයින් කරන ඔක්කොම මගේ අත්දැකීම අනුව. මොකද අපිට ඉතින් හිතෙන් කියන්න පුළුවන් අම්මෝ ගෑස් සඳහා රුපියල් ලක්ෂ 10ක් වියදම් කරා. ඒතර ගෑස් වලින් තමයි හැමදේම කරලා තියෙන්නේ. දත් මැදලා තියෙන ගෑස් වලින්. එහෙම කිව්වට හරියන්නේ නැහැ. You should be able to prove all these things. නැත්තම් assessment වලට ගියාට පස්සේ මගේ අත්දැකීම ඔක්කොම කට් කරලා දානවා. අපි දානවා නෑ මේක මෙච්චරයි කියලා එයාලා එක්ක වැඩි කරලා දානවා. හරි? ඉතින් මතක තියාගන්න ඕවා ප්‍රූව් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Okay, provision of medical benefits, 100% of the cost. But if you can remember, if these medical benefit, I will take these three together. Provision of medical benefits, provision of free meals, payment of dental, medical and health insurance. Okay. Well, මතකද මේ තුනම තිබුණා. Medical benefit මෙන්න මේකත් තිබුණා. විශේෂයෙන් මෙන්න මේක තිබුණා. ඒක uniformly applicable නම් හැමෝටම එක හා සමාන ලෙස. Without any discriminating or discrimination, if it is applicable for all the employees uniformly, it will not be taxed. මතකද exempt list එකේ තිබුණා ඒක හැමෝටම applicable නම් එතකොට අපිට අර practically difficult to get the real benefit for a particular employee. Practically difficult. Okay, in that case, what we do is such benefit will be excluded from taxation. Now, if you refer the exempted items, there you can find the payment of dental, medical and health insurance. Where the benefit is applicable to all permanent employees on equal basis without discriminations, right? That benefit will be exempted from taxes as it is practically difficult to ascertain the individual benefits. Okay, but here the other case, provision of medical benefits, right? Now this is on discriminatory basis. එක එකනට පොදුයි. දැන් මම හිතමුකෝ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලේ මට විතරක් දෙනවා. මට මතකයි අර පහුගිය කාලේ මේ අපේ ආර්ට් ෆැකල්ටි එකේ සර් කෙනෙකුට කැන්සර් එකක් හැදිලා විශ්වවිද්‍යාලෙනුත් සැලකිතු ගාණක් දුන්නා. අපිත් කන්ට්‍රිබියුට් කරා සැලකිතු ගාණක් දුන්නා. ඒතර ඒක ඩිස්ක්‍රිමිනේටිව් බේසිස්. හැමෝටම මේක දෙන්නේ නැහැ. එයා ටිකක් සීනියර් කෙනෙක් ඒ නිසා දුන්නා. ඒතර ඒ වගේ අවස්ථාවක යුනිෆෝම්ලි ඇප්ලිකබල් වෙන එකක් නෙමෙයි. Therefore, that benefit will be taxed to the employee. Therefore, provision of medical benefit, provision of free meals. Okay, free meals. If it is practically difficult to ascertain individual benefit, taking the practicality into consideration, you can take that as an exempted item. Otherwise, it will be taxed. Okay. And payment of dental, medical and health insurance, where it is not applicable to all the full-time employees on equal terms, it will be taxed fully, 100% of the cost. 100% of the cost means the actual cost incurred. Okay, again and again I am telling that you should be able to prove this expenditure. Okay, right. Then payment of telephone bills and annual charges. අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන්ම ටෙලිෆෝන් එකේදී කොච්චර එක ප්‍රයිවට් යූස් කරන්න තිබුණාද? දැන් මගේ මොබයිල් එක ගන්නකො. මගේ මොබයිල් එක ගත්තට අපි අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඔෆිස් යූස් එකට කතා කරනවානේ. නේ? මගේ යන අතරේ හරි ඔෆිස් වැඩකට කතා කරනවා. ඒ නිසා අන්න ඒකට පොඩි සහනයක් දීලා තිනවා, not the 100%, because it is practically difficult not to use the private mobile or private telephone for the official use. Okay, normally we use. Therefore, the benefit, tax benefit has been increased. Tax benefit increased because the benefit that will be taxed is only 50% of the cost. Only 50% of the cost. Right? Therefore, say for example, if my telephone bill is 15,000 per year, I mean for the year of assessment, 50% of the telephone bill will be taxed. That should be paid. That should be paid by the employer. Payment of telephone bill. That should be paid by the employer. All air tickets, except for official purposes. Make a clear. 100% of the cost. Payment of tax. මං වෙනුවෙන් tax එක ගෙවන්න පුළුවන්. Amount of tax paid, actual amount. ඔයා ගෙවන්න එපා. ඔයාගේ tax එක මම ගෙවන්නම් කියලා employee ගෙවනවා. ඒතර value of benefit is the actual tax payment. I think this is clear. Okay, the thing is when it comes to the practical situation, we may have different scenarios, complexities, combinations for employees. So you should be able to refer the relevant section and calculate the income tax for employees. This time, Lamai, it is very hard. Okay, your batch is, you know, anyway special because you face to this corona pandemic situation. Okay, and also you are facing to now another challenge. A challenge එක තමයි ළමයි මේ government එක නෙමෙයි president වෙනස් වීමත් සමග, okay, the new president gave quite a lot of tax concessions to employees, businesses and all, right? And these changes have been proposed. Actually today I observed that and I saw that these changes have been proposed to the IR Act. Okay, as there is no parliament, it has not been amended, but it will be amended soon. Still there are like proposals to the IR Act, and it will be effective after the amendment is done by the done in the parliament, but still these proposals are effective. එතකොට ඔය proposals ගොඩාක් ඒවා ආවේ 1st January 2020 with effect from 1st January 2020. Now lamai, in your examination, or I mean the year of assessment for you, for your batch is 2019 and 20, isn't it? Because 2020 and 21 has not been over ni. තාම ඉවර වෙලා නැහැ නේ. සමහරවිට මේ course එක ඉවරනකොට ඉවරලා තියෙන්නත් පුළුවන් නේ. මෙහෙම කියොත් එන්නේ. Because you have to have 2 exams nේද? දැන් ගිය semester එකේ exams තිබ්බේ නැහනේ. ඒ නිසා ඒ exam එක තියන්නත් වෙනවා, මේ exam එක තියන්නත් වෙනවා. සමහරවිට අපිට 2019-20 year of assessment ගන්න වෙන්නත් පුළුවන් නේ. එහෙම වුණොත් anyway you are lucky in terms of taxation. මොකද නම මෙතන transition එකක් තියෙනවා. Okay, now your year of assessment, I mean the relevant year of assessment is 2019 and 20, right? So it starts on 1st April 2019, ends on 31st March 2020. Now this is a cutoff where a lot of changes happen. Okay, this is a cutoff. Therefore, my first 9 months up to this point, let me erase this. Okay, up to this point 9 months, after that 3 months. ඔය දෙකට law එක කියන්නේ එකම act එක වුණාට act එකේ provisions වෙනස්. හරි, එතකොට මාස 9කට ගන්න වෙන්නේ එක විදියකට, මාස 3කට ගන්න වෙන්නේ තව විදියකට. හරි, so that will be a difficult or hard calculation. So can't help lamai, we expect you to familiar with this. Okay, මේ transition එකට වල අහුණා. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඉතින් delay කරගන්න වෙනවා 2020-21 year of assessment එකකන් හිටියොත් එහෙම අපිට අලුත් එක ටෙස්ට් කරන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට transition එක නැහැ. Okay, so lamai, this time it will be little bit hard to apply both provisions. Okay, same act. Okay, no change in the act එකේ වෙනසක් නැහැ, but provisions are different. එක හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න ලබන සතියේ බලමු comprehensive example එකක් කරන්න. ඒකෙදි මම කියන්නම් මොන වගේ දේවල්ද කියලා. මොකද සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම අපිට කතා කරන්න බෑ. අනිකුත් sources 3 කතා කරන්න තියෙනවා. Okay, so after we complete all 4 sources, employment income, investment income, business income and other income, then we will see how this transitional put in implications or effect to the tax calculation. මොකද මේ employee කෙනෙක් ගත්තොත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම යාගේ investment income තියෙනවා. මොකද අඩුමතර මේ saving account එකක් හරි තියෙනවනේ. ඒස අපිට අර isolate කරලම ගන්න බෑ. business income, other income නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්, but anyway investment income is there, right? Okay, so I think this is clear. දැන් ටිකක් බය වෙලත් ඇත්තේ කමක් නෑ. deductions. මට කියන්න පුළුවන් මම කැම්පස් එකට එනකොට මගේ vehicle එකට මම fuel ගහන්න ඕනේ. මම මගේ telephone bill මම ගෙවන්න ඕනේ. මම ඇඳුම් ගන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් those are expenses that I have to bear, incur because of the employment, right? If I don't do an employment, I should not, travel such a distance. No? I should not buy such clothing items. No? Then one can argue that because of the employment, I incur these expenses. Okay, but for the purpose of taxation, no expenses are deductible. ඒවා ඔයාලට අදාළ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ නිසා කිසිවක් අඩු කරන්න බෑ. නැත්තම් ඔයාලා ටැක්ස් එක අඩු කරගන්න ලෝකෙ තියෙන ලොකුම නැත්තම් වටිනාමදීම පාවිච්චි කරා කියලා කියයි. හරිද? මොනවා හරි විදිහකට එක ප්‍රූව් කරලා වටිනාම ඇඳුම මෙච්චරක්, ඒ කියන්නේ employment income එක maybe say 1.2 million, your expenditure will be like 1.8 million. Then no tax liability. Therefore, no expenses are deductible in ascertaining the employment income in terms of section 10. Okay, you can't deduct any expenses, right? But under the relief lamai, you are eligible to claim some what is called qualifying payments and relief. Say for example, mama iwa katha karana idedi, if you incur some expenditure on educational purpose, right, you can deduct that. There is a ceiling, but you can deduct. If you incur loan interest, housing loan interest, then you can deduct. Okay, if you incur medical health insurance expenses, it can be deducted. Insa e wage කීපයක් තියෙනවා අපි relief එකට කතා කරමු. Okay, but generally no expenses are deductible, right? Basis of payment. Okay, basis of payment. Then මේක අපිට උදේසට මට සෑහෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙලා තියෙනවා. Okay, because the employment income is taxed based on cash basis. Cash basis. අපිට ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙලා තියෙනවා කිව්වේ සමහර වෙලාවට යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ එක payments හම්බෙන්නේ not the basic salary. Some payments are paid in arrears. Okay, maybe 6 month, 1 year arrears. Now, when it is accumulated, it will be a big amount when it is accumulated, right? So the employment income will be taxed on cash basis. Now, based on the receipt of that income, we have to pay a higher tax. Earlier, it was very serious case when there was pay tax. ඒ මාසේ අපි ලොකු pay එකක් ගෙවනවා. Okay. දැන් සමහර මම කම් උදාහරණයක් කිව්වොත් එහෙම සමහර වෙලාවට මේ ඔය reimbursement එකක් එහෙම මොනවා හරි තිබිලා ඒ වගේ එකක් අපිට ලැබුණාම එකට ලැබුණාම cash basis තමයි tax වෙන්නේ. ඒකට ලොකු tax එකක් අපි ගෙවලා. හැබැයි when we annualize it, we have paid an over amount, excess amount. Annualize කරාට පස්සේ. සාමාන්‍ය ඉස්සර ඔය මතයක් තිබුණ දැනුත් එක තියෙනවා. government එකට tax විස මොනවා හරි ගෙවුවොත් refund නම් හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. වැඩිපුර ගෙවුවොත් එහෙම මතයක් තියෙනවා. දැන් නම් ටිකක් ඒක okay because of this RAMIS system, ERP system ඒ නිසා ටිකක් ඒක okay. refunds දැන් නම් ටිකක් හම්බෙනවා. නිකන් අර ඉස්සර මට මතකයි අපි ඔය audit firm වල එහෙම ඉන්න කාලේ නිකන් ඉබ්බගෙන් 30ට ඉල්ලනවා වගේ තමයි refund එකක් ඉල්ලනවා කියන්නේ. If you pay an over amount and excess amount, it will be very difficult to get it refunded. උදේස තාමත් එහෙමද නිකන් දන්න විදියට?
තාමත් එහෙම. ගොඩක් කලාවට ගන්න හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. පර්සනල්ම ගිහිල්ලා රස්තිය අදුනොත් නිකන් අපිට එන ඔක්කොම ડોකියුමන්ට්ස් කොහොම හරි ඔන්ලයින් හරි මේල් හරි යවුවට රිෆන්ඩ් කරන්න එහෙම කීයටවත් දන්නේ නැහැ. කීයටවත් එන්නේ නැහැ. සහදවසරයක්වත් යන්නේ වඳින්න ඕනේ.
ඔන්න ඔය කෑෂ් බේසිස් නිසා සෑහෙන බැට කාපු කෙනෙක් තමයි අපේ උදේශාන්ත සර්. උදේසරට විවිධ කැපැසිටි වලදී අර ඒ කියන්නේ අනිත් අය වෙනුවෙන් සමහරට බෙනිෆිට් එක සර් අරගෙන බැට කාපු අවස්ථා සෑහෙන්න තියෙනවා. ඒව මම කියන්නේ නැහැ. නමුත් කෑෂ් බේසිස් කියන එක මතක තියාගන්න. ඕකේ? කෑෂ් බේසිස්. Yes, yes. If you receive an advance lamai, cash basis is cash basis. Okay. If you receive an advance, that will be taxed on cash basis during the period it receives. Okay. නැත්නම් ඉතින් manipulate කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ. මට මේ හම්බුනේ advance එකක්. ඒ නිසා tax කරන්න එපා. අර ඔයාලා auditing වල කරන cut off එක, cut off text එහා පැත්තට දාලා කියනවා මේක මේ අවුරුද්ද income එකක් නෙමෙයි. It's a manipulation service.